Hello there. Hello there. I'm Scotty. You're not. And we are back continuing the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise with Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides. What I thought was the worst of the Pirates movies. Then I watched it. I think 3 is still the worst for me. I actually kind of enjoy this. Yes, Will and Elizabeth are not in this one. It's following mostly Jack on his own, trying to find the Fountain of Youth. Although, what they set up at the end of 3 really isn't picked up on. Not completely. A few years have passed, and Jack has separated from Gibbs. It actually starts with Gibbs on trial because they think he's Jack Sparrow, and Jack is dressed as a judge. Look, different directors, same problems. All right, this movie is shorter than at World's End, thank God. But it takes 30 minutes, and I checked it, before the plot gets forward. I would say the plot starts when Jack wakes up on the Queen Anne's Revenge. That's when the plot actually gets going. Yes, there are some plot points put forward. He's got to go. Barbossa is going to go try to find the Queen Anne's, try to find the Fountain of Youth. He's working for the Royal Navy now, or the King. And Jack meets Angelica, not from the Rugrats. Penelope Cruz's character, Angelica, who disguised as Jack Sparrow. And it is kind of funny that he kisses her in the Jack Sparrow costume. He goes, I've always wanted to do that. Kiss himself. You know, I don't know. They had mirrors back then. Yeah. And yeah, and then there's like a big chasing thing at the beginning that they do in these movies that just takes away from plot stuff, but and after all of that, 30 minutes in, then we start the plot. That's where I say it actually starts, is when he wakes up on the Queen Anne's Revenge, and then we get the plot actually starting, because they're on the journey to find the Fountain of Youth. But also, yeah, like I said, it's not really, the ending of the last film is not really picked up. They say it's standalone. They tease the Fountain of Youth, but Jack tells Gibbs that he tried looking and couldn't find it. And then by the time Barbossa comes in here, he doesn't care about the fountain. Unlike what we saw at the end of 3, he wants revenge on Blackbeard for his foot, which he cut off himself to save himself from being captured. And he stole the pearl. Barbossa tells Jack he lost the pearl, and later we find out that Blackbeard has it in a bottle. And I do like the line that Jack's like, the black pearl in a bottle. Why is it in a bottle? And yeah, I think there is some decent chemistry between Johnny Depp and Penelope Cruz. But Angelica here, a love of his life. Yeah, they got rid of the 2 love interest people, so we got to have another love interest this time for Jack. But then we also have Philip, who's this religious zealot that was taken captive on the Queen Anne's Revenge, and he falls in love with a mermaid, and at the end gets taken off to who knows where. The one new character we meet is Scrum. No one from the Black Pearl except for Gibbs is there. It's implied they're all on the ship, I guess. I don't know. Everyone else is gone. Scrum is our replacement for Pentel and Raggedy, basically, and he's not as funny as they are. So Jack, believing that the ship they're on is not the Queen's Anne Revenge, is that Blackbeard is not really there, supposedly. starts a mutiny, but it turns out to be all a ruse so that he can get face-to-face time with, basically get Blackbeard's attention. And Blackbeard, or Edward Teach, is played by Ian McShane. Very well, I might add. He's the best villain since Barbossa, I think. Davy Jones was good too, but I think the actor doesn't have to rely on CGI stuff, so he's pretty good, pretty terrifying. Willing to kill his own daughter if it's a means to an end. And yes, Angelica's his daughter. I thought it was going to be revealed to be like a trick that she played on both of them, but no, I guess she really is his daughter. So, yeah. Big problem though, way too many people going for this thing. Because you have England, led by Barbossa, they're going. You have Blackbeard's Queen Anne's revenge ship. Then there's the Spaniards, the Spanish, also going for it. And the Spaniards are only there so that the movie can be longer than it is. That's what it is, because they get there, they get the chalices, and they're all ready to go. And then the Spaniards come in and say, "No, you cannot have these. No. Crunch, crunch. Blasphemy is this. Against God. Crime against God." And it's just, I'm like, we're really trying to, this movie's long enough. We really have to space it out. Is that it? Is that it? That, okay. All right, let's space it out then. Really, my eyes rolled so far in the back of my head when that happened. I had to hit myself, bumping back up forward, because I was like, oh my God, really, we're doing this. Like, they're all ready to go. They can finish this movie off. But no, the Spaniards are going to come in here and drag it out longer. Basically, that's all the Spaniards are for, because then there's a fight and it's not whether they die. Also, and I hate when movies do this, hey, you can have eternal life, but someone else has to give up their life to do it. Why? Why not just have eternal life? Like Indiana Jones had the Holy Grail, gives you eternal life, but it's only one of a bazillion of them, and if you don't choose right, you dead. You know, how are you supposed to know? But yeah, so you have to put a mermaid's tear in one. So it's not the fountain, it's the mermaid's tear. I don't understand. You have to get a tear of a mermaid, and you have to go jump and find the chalices or somewhere else, and then you have to scoop up the water, and in one chalice, the tear of the mermaid, the other one is not, and the one who is giving up their life is drinking out the tear, and the one who is getting not eternal life, all the rest of the years of it. See, it's not even the fountain of youth, because the fountain of youth gives eternal life. And even Jack says, "I always want to live forever." But you're not living forever. It's basically Final Destination 5, right? You get the years of who's left, which doesn't make much sense, because Blackbeard is stabbed with a poisonous blade of Barbossa, who put like a poison frog thing on it, blood on her, whatever. And then Angelica, she gets cut, and she's poisoned and going to die, which, well, she's poisoned on her hand. I don't necessarily think that's just death, okay? So Jack tricks tricks Blackbeard into drinking the one without the tear, and so he gives up his life for Angelica's life. But, like I said, like, you get the years of the person who drank it. So, one, you would want to drink from someone who's younger, right? Not someone who's older than you, and Blackbeard's older than her. It's her father, obviously. But also, he was dying. So it shouldn't, for all intents and purposes, it shouldn't work. But we can't kill Jack, which is what common sense would dictate happened, right? Jack drinks the the one and saves Angelica, right? But yeah, well, it's supposed to be she drinks the one that doesn't have the thing in it, and he does, but Jack switched him. So, but Angelica didn't want that. She wanted to save her father, despite the fact that he didn't care about saving her at all. And then she maroons him, or he maroons her on an island, takes off, meets up with Gibbs. Barbossa becomes a pirate again and takes control of the Queen Anne's Revenge, with Scrum still there, part of the crew. Like I said, the mermaid lady, Serena, takes Philip. They're really not worth anything in this movie. At all. Like, at all. And they're taken away. And then Jack and Gibbs, they get the Black Pearl in a bottle, and then they try to figure out how they're going to get it back. I think they have it back by the next one, but it's just like how they're going to get it back. And it takes like goats and going like this. It's like, I don't mind with the goat. Oh, good, I can go like this. It's kind of funny. But yeah, Johnny Depp is still good in this film. I will say in this watch, it was better. It was a better watch. The first time I tried to watch this with a friend of mine at the time, I got tired and took a nap. I woke up and I asked him how the movie was, and he goes, I don't know, I fell asleep too. He goes, I don't know, I took a nap too. He didn't finish it either. So, yeah, that shows you how much it was. And then when the fifth one was coming out, I watched all four of them, and still didn't think this one was anything. To be honest, I barely paid attention. I was just watching them. I binged watch all of them, and they are long-ass movies as it is, and I was just trying to finish up. So maybe now that I'm paid attention this time, I'll understand some of the stuff in the next one. Maybe. Who knows? But I'm going to say it's pretty good. Which I didn't think I was going to say, because it's not that bad, to be honest. No, you know what? I changed that. I'm still going to give it the middle of the road. Because without Will and Elizabeth, it did feel like something was missing. And I think they tried to counteract that twice, and it didn't work. The love interest between Jack and Angelica, but also Philip and the mermaid chick, neither of those worked for me. So, I don't know. Maybe the next one will do something. I don't know. But, yeah. Barbossa and his peg leg. The one-legged man. So they're going to take Barbossa's life, I guess. Okay. I'm almost done. Alright, I'm almost done. That's what's important, right? We got 2 more left. Let's get that done. So what are your thoughts on Pirates of the Caribbean on the Stranger Tides? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'm Scotty, and I'll see you in the next one.